Hello my dears, I am delighted to introduce you to the Foodie Hamper. And we open the magnetic closure to reveal two pockets filled with lovely stuff. Let me take you through it. We've got a fruit basket, and inside the fruit basket we have got a peach, an apple, a pear and a banana, and they have all got writing spaces on the back of them. They're your little fruit tags, and that's double-sided. That's that one. Then we've got this jar of beautiful jam, double-sided again, and when we lift the lid of the jam jar we can open it out to reveal this writing space here. So there's your hidden slider tag jam jar there. If I can get that back in, there we go. That sits there like that, looking gorgeous. This is a baguette, a French baguette, a loaf of bread, and on the reverse of that we've got a little pocket and we've got a smaller baguette inside, and they are also writing spaces. That's that one. This one is a lovely box of chocolates, and inside the lid we've got a writing space and we've got all of these chocolates. And what we also have here, my dears, is a hidden slider tag. If I haven't glued that in, we can slide this out, and we've got this double-sided writing space here, and when we pop that back in the right position, if I can get it back in, there we go, it hides there and you can't see it. There we are, that's that one. This I love. This is a box of sushi, and it's got this clever little hidden closure here that we can pop out, open it up. We've got a nice big writing space there, and then inside our box of sushi we have 4 sushi tags, and they've all got writing spaces on the back. Aren't they so funny? I love them. So that's that one. This one we've got a finest tea, and this finest tea is a little stitch bound notebook. So that's rather cute. And this, oh, this thrills me. I'm so delighted with this idea. We open up this box of fortune cookies, and inside we've got 2 pockets, and inside the 2 pockets, wait for this now guys, inside the 2 pockets we have got 3 fortune cookies. You've got room for 6 in this box if you want to make some more. And when you open the fortune cookies, inside you have space for a little fortune message or whatever it is that you might want to put in there, and then that cleverly goes back inside the fortune cookie, and that is what keeps the fortune cookie closed. Aren't they great? Absolutely love those. So pleased with that idea. So they live in there. So that's that side taken care of. Let's have a look at the other side. And as usual, all this stuff only just goes in the pockets, but it does fit. I've made a lot for this one. I got carried away. In here we have some butter, and we can open up the butter, and we've got this butter here, and we've also got a knife that slides inside the tub of butter. So that's that. You've got a writing space on the back there. That's the butter. Here we have a little envelope of herbs, and we've got 5 gourmet herbs in here, and these are all tags with writing space on the back, and they live in this lovely little wallet like that. This one this one tickles me. This is a cheese board, and inside the cheese board we've got cheeses. Well, of course we've got cheeses, and the cheeses are little note cards, little cheese-shaped note cards. I love them. We've got a Emmental there. We've got a brie that looks like a blueberry to me there, and then we've got a Stilton as well in these little note cards. Cheese note cards. Brilliant, it's the future. And to go with the cheese note cards, we have cracker tags. We've got this box of crackers, which is so pretty, and it's this repeated on the other side. And you've got 2 options here. You can either have it opening like this, and you've got your crackers that fit into these little pockets here, little slits. And these have all got writing spaces on the reverse, and the same with these 3 here. And so you can have that like that, or you can open out to reveal a great big writing space inside. So there's your box of crackers to go with your cheese note cards. And then finally, we've got this lovely, lovely box, this wine box. And inside the wine box, of course, we've got a bottle of wine that opens out to reveal your last little bit of writing space. So there we are. I hope I hope you find that as fun as I do, and come along with me and let's put it together. It's such a lot of fun, this one. Here we go then. So this is page 1 and page 2 of my hamper. I've cut out my pieces. I'm reverse printing these 2 sheets with the gingham background, which is page 14. Everything else in the kit I'm reverse printing with the aged paper backing, so go ahead and do that, or use a pale paper backing of your choice, whatever you fancy. This one I'm going to score at the bottom of the hamper. There are some very fine white lines for you to follow there, so there's just 2 scores on that one. This one we've got 2 scores along tab at the back and here where this rounded edge meets the straight edge there, so that's that one. This one and the other one are the pockets. We've got tabs at the end and we've got the gusset. Now there is a fine white line for you to follow here, which I doubt you'll be able to see on the video, but you will be able to see when you get yours in front of you. That's that one. We can fold them. So if you've made any of these kits before, you'll be very familiar with this box shape that we make, which are the deep pockets that hold everything nicely inside this Foodie hamper. So I'm going to fold those up. And this one folds on the tab there, and then it folds over to form the lid of the hamper. And this one has got 2 creases in the middle, so we'll fold those up and line up your items, line up your bits as you're going. Your creases may well be a little bit off. Mine often are, so I just find it better to, I've done that one quite a bit off, haven't I? Look at that. Don't know what I think I'm playing at there. What's going on? Oh, I see, I have done it well off. That was my fault. There are lines to follow. I haven't followed them. There we go. That'll do fine. So there's our main structure, and we can go ahead and pop some glue on our tabs. And I'm going to let those go tacky before I tackle them. And let's have a look at what's next up. Oh, this is fun. Now, this is page 3. I'm reverse printed. Like I say, everything else is reverse printed with the pale backing. This is our little sushi set. Now, with this one, we've got a crease or a score where this tab meets the main body. Then we've got a little gusset here, just a little one. So you can go either side of this little straight line here. There's no gusset on the bottom here. I know, I'm chancing it. Then you've got these 2 little tabs at the side that need creasing or scoring. And then you can fold this up. The tab, everything folds inwards. The gusset, 2 little folds there. A little bit of a fiddle, not too bad. And of course I'm on 250 gram. Did I say that? I'm always on 250 gram. I love it. I love the weight of it. I love the sturdiness of these things when they've been made in 250. Right, these 2 little tabs are going to get glued. And they're going to fold up in a minute, but we'll leave that there for now. We'll come back to our main structure here. The front is definitely the front. You've got this piece on it. The back is plain, or rather, it doesn't have that piece on it. So we're going to glue this piece on. However, works for you. Let's get this out of the way a little bit. And you'll see that it's slightly narrower than the actual bit with the rounded corners on the main body. So that's that glued on, and now we can glue on our pockets, and our pockets we're going to form into a box shape before we stick them on. And it's useful to have a tool, which I haven't got here. Let's grab one. I'll use the back of this paintbrush. Folding bone is really handy for this job. So your pocket is going to sit just above that crease so that it doesn't interfere, and just bring everything round so that it's at 90 degrees, making your nice box shape. And then when you've got your box shape, you can just run your little tool down the inside to squish those flaps up against the back. That's that one done. Let's do the same on this side. There we are. That's our main form made. That's our little picnic hamper, looking lovely. Let's go back to our sushi set. I love this. So the sushi set, these two little tabs that we glued are just going to fold up to form as a nice little pocket there. And we've got these pieces of sushi with writing space on the back. So we've got sushi tags that will all fit inside your little thing there. That's lovely. That works. And that can just tuck around there. If you want to put another little piece of card over the top there, give it something to tuck into, you can do. And what I was going to do there, actually, let's unfold this and let's do it so I can show you what I had in mind. You can also make a slit across here if you want, so that when you fold your little pocket up, you can pop your closure in that slit like that, and that will keep it properly closed. But if you want to go down the easy option, that's enough just to keep that closed like that, and it will behave when it's squished down in your food hamper with everything else. So there we go. That's the sushi. I love that. I love that. Right, that can go in our basket. Let's have a look at what's next. Now up next we have page 4, which is these two pieces, and page 5, which is these pieces. This tickles the heck out of me. I've made you note cards in the shape of cheese. I just love that. Let's put the cheese to one side for a moment and let's construct the cheese board. That's what this is. So we've got little gussets to take care of here, and again there's some very fine white lines for you to follow. There's a little gusset here, and there's a little gusset here. And this will then fold up. Again, pay attention to your actual structure rather than religiously following your crease lines, because you may be a little bit off, as I often am. I've got these pieces to fold up. They're not too bad actually, these little tiny creases on 250 gram. Not too difficult to fold at all. She says. There we go. There. And we've got these two little tabs here that we're going to pop some glue on. And I'm going to let those go tacky. Whilst we have a look. Oh, I have a look at the cheese note cards. And they are designed simply to fold in half like this. And you've got these writing spaces inside your cheese wheels that have got these slices cut out of them. I think they're adorable. So that's those. And whilst we're still waiting for these two little tabs to go tacky, we'll have a look at the baguette. And the baguette simply folds this little pocket around, little seam of glue around these little edges here, little tiny seam of glue if you can. Let that go tacky, we'll come back to it in a moment, and let's put our cheese board together. You know what to do. These little gussets form our box shape and give us just a little bit of depth in which to keep our cheese folding cards. These would be lovely on their own if you know a cheese lover. A little set of cards. I need to turn the notifications off. There we go. They pop in there like that, and here's your little cheese board. Lovely. And that's what it looks like with a bit of ink on. Looks lovely, looks great. Here is our baguette with its little pockets that we're just going to fold up and stick in place. I still haven't turned my notifications off. And this little smaller baguette goes in there. So there's your baguette tag with these writing spaces on the backs. And these are the items on page 6 of our kit. We've got this jam here, which we're going to use those 2 pieces for. We've got this, we'll put that to one side for a moment whilst I glue. This is just holding on by a thread. Doesn't matter if you cut that in half because you can glue it back together afterwards. So I'm just going to glue all the way around the edges with a nice narrow seam of glue. And this piece here is simply going to fold in half like that, so that when we stick these 2 pieces together, and we can ink those as well, we have a nice hidden folding journal card. Obviously my glue is still wet, so this will be a bit of a mess, but that's what we're left with when we're done. Looks really, really good. You can pull the lid out and then you can unfold, and you've got this largish journaling space. So I'll let that dry, put it to one side. I'm going to ink everything up afterwards. And now we have the tea. Now the tea you can either use as a folding journaling card. Yours won't have this bit of tape in it. I was fiddling about with my Cricut machine, or Cricut machine, however you pronounce it, and I kept cutting this bit in half. I've done it twice and I thought I'm not doing it again, so I've stuck mine with a bit of tape, but yours obviously you can cut around. Now you can either have that, like I say, as just a journaling tag, or you can make this into a little notebook. And I've got a feeling that I can get, 3 notebook pages. So I'm just going to very roughly draw my 3 pages, and I'm going to cut those out as rough as can be. If you want to, you can draw around this, use this as a template and cut all yours out individually if you want to make a little notebook. Or you can do what I'm doing here, the slapdash approach. I'll cut that one out to roughly the same size. This is a page of 120 gram paper that I've reverse printed with itself, with the pale backing. Let's make sure that this all fits, shall we? Yes, it does. I'm going to fold that in half. Fold it around the other way so I can see those shorter pieces. That'll make more sense. I think I'm good. I think I am. So I'm folding those in half. I'll check this properly now. Look at that. Perfect. They're on. And I'm going to cut these out afterwards. I may be making a rod for my own back. We'll see. So I'm going to take a nice big book now. This is my book of choice, this old diary. Open it up to about the middle. There we go. Pop that in there. Pop this in here. Now I need my bradawl, which is over there somewhere. There we are. And I'm going to make about 3 holes, bearing in mind that the top of this is here and the bottom is about there. So I know that I need to make my first hole about here. Let's just check that. That looks great. I'll make my bottom hole about here. That look about right? Yes. And I'll make the third hole in the middle. And I can just very quickly now go ahead and stitch this. Say goodbye to my diary. So I'm going to start in the middle, like that. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to start in the middle like this, going from the centre of this little booklet, holding on to that tail. Then I'm going to come up. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm going to come back up into the centre. And now I can cut my end off. If I can find some scissors. Leave myself a bit of a tail for now. I had a long piece of embroidery thread already on my needle. If you're threading, you need about 2.5 the length of your entire booklet. So that's that tied off and snipped. And there we have my booklet looking wonderful. I think you'll agree. Let's cut it down. Need my good scissors. Might have bitten off more than I can chew because I've got 6 layers here, but we'll see. Oh, I'm going okay. I'm doing all right. This is, I think, 120 gram paper. If you used 100, it'd be even easier still, but this is fine. Could do that on my heavy duty paper trimmer because that's a straight line. Ah, this is sweet. But like I say, if you want to cut your pages out individually first, you can go ahead and do that if you want to. That's worked great. Let's get a little bit of ink collectively on these edges. I've inked my string. What have I done that for? There we go. There's my little finest tea booklet. Looks lovely. That can go in our hamper. Let's have a look what we've got next. And up next we have page 7 and page 8 of our kit. Again, 250 gram and reverse printed with the pale paper backing or a pale backing of your choice. Now, if this works, I am going to be so pleased with myself. These are fortune cookies and they're going to live in their own box. I really can't wait to have a go at making these fortune cookies. I don't know if they're going to work, but we're going to go for it. We're going to try. So this one, okay, I am going to glue all the way around the edge and completely seal these. You heard right. I'm going to completely seal them. So there are 3 fortune cookies. I'm going to put a little seam of glue all the way around the edge of all 3 of them and let those go tacky. There, and whilst they're going tacky, we can have a look at the actual box. There's a cracker on this page as well. Put that to one side for now. Where's my board? My scoring board, there it is. And we've got the obvious flaps on these 2 little pieces here that are going to form our pockets. So we can go ahead and make those. I just did that one. Doesn't matter if you score over the top of other bits of tab. There, and this is the box, and the box has got a little gusset. Well, it's not a box, it's a folio in the shape of a box. So you've got a little gusset here, which is this pale blue stripe there and there, and this will then fold up like this. There's your little gusset. You can fold everything inwards to begin with. There. And this then sits like that. There's no closure for this one. It'll stay closed in your hamper when it's squished down with everything else. Your pockets have got no gusset, but they have got these tags on them so that you can got a bit of depth to them. Okay, so you've got your pockets are just dependent on the side, so one will fit in one place and one will fit in the other place. So we can go ahead and squish those flaps down really hard. We've got a storm here today. It's Storm Kathleen, and Kathleen is my mum's name. So, you know, go for it, Kath. Those go tacky, and we'll come back and have a look at our fortune cookies. Right, here we go. I'm going to fold these in half, line them up and stick them together. So I've sticked the entire cookie down. Right. Right. There we are. That's all three of those glued down. I've used my Cricut today. Don't often use it, like I say, but I've used it today. I've got a little bit of a white edge. I'll go in and sort that out later with some ink. Now these little pieces here are your fortunes that go inside your fortune cookie. Now it's been a while since I made these, so I'm going to just check. And I think I did them to go in half. I did do them to go in half. If you may find that you need to trim a little bit more off, but that's no hardship. And I haven't written on these. I thought it would be more fun to write something that was appropriate for you if this was a gift or whatever. Can't stand that white edge. Right, here goes with the first one. I am literally going to cut this straight up the middle. I don't know if I should go on an angle. I don't know if I should go straight up. I'm going to go straight up and see what gives. So there. So I've now made a little pocket here. If I can get in there for the first time. It's always tricky the first time. There. And my fortune is then going to slide in here. And my idea, guys, I hope this works now. My idea is that the fortune inside is going to just keep these two pieces together. In theory, in my brain, it works beautifully. And in practice, it works beautifully. Look at that. Look, look, look. We've done it. I've done it. So we can pull open these now. And we have our fortune inside. That's great. That's really worked well. Pop you back in there when I can see what I'm doing. And I'll do the same thing to the other two. Great. And if you, like I say, if you need to cut this down a little bit, which I did, and I can feel that it's going right up to the edge, then cut yours down a little bit. Brilliant. I'm not going to leave it in there to dry. I've done that before and it's caught me out. Right, so I'm going to do that to the other two. Let's come back to my pocketses and pop those on. I could quite possibly have gotten away without giving that. I have nicked that edge, that's annoying. I won't ink this one either. Oh no, I will. Look, it's got a bit more white showing. That'll do. And I always like to glue hair into things as well. Yes, I could quite have easily gotten away, I think, without putting a gusset in this piece. But it's nice, gives you a bit more room. That looks lovely. Let's pop these inside, even though this one isn't quite complete. Let's put this one together. So pleased with this idea. Look, I've got it. Oh no, I've got it the right way around. Yeah, brilliant. So they all fit. You've got 3 little fortune cookies there to fit in 2 little pockets, and you've got room for more. If you wanted to cut out some more, you've definitely got room for another 3 in there. There you go. Fortune cookies done. And next up, we have a box of savoury crackers to go with our cheese board. And this box here, we're going to score along these 4 sections here with 3 scores. And I'm going to need to employ a craft knife for this. Now you'll see on this page we've got 3 lines. We're just going to cut with a straight line. By all means, use a ruler. I'm just going through these lines with my craft knife, trying to keep it straight if I can. And actually, the shallower you have your blade, the easier it is to keep your line nice and straight. Although, like that. These pieces are then going to fold into the middle. You may or may not, see how you've scored, and this piece folds in half. You may or you may not want to just trim a whisker off this edge. I'm going to. There we are, that's sitting nicely. A little bit of wiggle room for that spine there to close. Right, what we're doing now. Oh, there are 2 ways with this. You've got your crackers that go in the holes. They don't go all the way in, which is great because they give you that nice layered look all the way up. Of all the kits, I think this one is tickling me the most. It's so funny. You've got cracker tags to go with your cheese note cards. You're welcome. You're very welcome. So they can slot in there like that, and they've obviously got the pale paper backing, so you've got writing spaces. Now, if you want to, you can glue, excuse me, this to show you, you can just glue around these edges here and glue these 2 pieces shut. So you've got this little opening booklet with your crackers inside, or if you want to, you can leave this open and you've got this big old writing space in there. And this Foodie hamper is quite writing space oriented, so I'm going to leave mine open like that. It looks really, really lovely. It's quite nice and heavy as well. This as a little gift on its own for a cheese lover. What more can I say? They say it all. Right, let's move on. And next up on page 10 of our kit is this gorgeous box of chocolates. So how am I going to deal with this one, folks? This one needs scoring. You've got this tab at the back here. That's going to be your closure, so that can fold over. These 2 pieces are going to glue together. Do I need to cut that? I need to cut that first. Okay. So this is your box that's going to sandwich in between the front and the back, like that. So you've got this opening lid. But before we glue those together, we've got this hidden tab here. And I've got a little bit of white paper on mine showing that we'll never ever do. So I'm going to trim that down. I don't want that showing on this piece. And then I'm going to decide where I'm going to cut. Now this is going to be a secret tag, and it matches exactly these last 4 chocolates here. So if you line this up with your piece, you'll be able to see exactly where you need to cut. And you need to cut along this line here on the divider of these chocolates, the last 4 chocolates, 1 in and then 4 chocolates along, like that. Make your slice a little bit wider than those 4, I think. Let's see how that fits inside now. Should fit. Should fit. I've designed it to fit and it's not blooming fitting. Right, let's make the slice a little bit longer. See how that goes. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I haven't gone long. I haven't gone far enough. You twit. There, now it'll fit. And that will just slide in there, and you can line it up here like that. So you can't even see it. Look at that. So cool. Right. Let's glue this thing together. So I'm going to put some glue on my little tab here at the back. I'm going to run my finger along there so that it goes tacky quicker. So it's important to stick this piece onto the back, not onto the front here, because you've got that chocolatey thing in the way. Oh no, actually you could get away with it, but we're doing it on this side. We're doing it on this side. So you can place your two pieces together so you can see exactly what's going on there. And you'll see that these two pieces need to glue together like that. So you've got the lid and the bottom, and you can bring that round, pop this piece up inside, check it's all lining up nicely before you commit to that glue at the back there. And there's your chocolate box, and obviously this will be lined up nicely in there like that. So now we can glue this section on to this section, and we can glue the entire top edge here, and then give a seam of glue around the rest of it, like this, and glue this piece down on the top. You don't have to have your tag in to do that. That's lovely. I'd love a box of chocolates like that. Do you remember the days when chocolates came in like really beautiful boxes? Oh, was that the Victorian era? Am I going back too far? Let's get rid of this little white edge here. There, that'll do. That's it, guys. That's it. That's our box of chocolates. And our little tag, oh, that I've just put glue on the back of, you ninny. Our little tag will then slide down in here and be completely secret once we line it up properly. Once we line it up properly, there we go. You wouldn't know it was there. Look, look, look. Only you know it's there. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. That can go in our little foodie hamper as well now. Oh, actually, take that out while that dries, Emma. That's the sensible thing to do. And let's see what's next. And next up, we have this cute little wallet, this little herb wallet with these little herby, gourmet herb journaling cards in. There are 5 of those there, and we've got this little wallet. I've scored where it's obvious, and I've glued, and I'm going to make a little envelope out of this now, quite simply like that. And you've got 2 options here. You've got a very cute little closure that you can use, and they will fit all inside there, or you can do this, and this is what I'm going to do. I do like that that little bit at the end there, the little fold over closure, but I'm going to cut mine off, and I'm going to get my circle punch, and I'm going to cut me a thumb cut, line that up in the middle. I'm going to make it quite shallow. I don't want to interrupt the word herbs. Oh, see, that just looks so nice. I love a thumb cut. And by the time I've given that a tiny little squidge of ink around the edge, I'll do my cards separately. All my little journaling cards will fit in there just nicely. They will fit. They just need to go over that little tab at the bottom, but I'm not going to force them because my glue isn't dry. And they sit in there. That's really lovely. They're nice. Okay, next thing. So these are all the pieces on page 12 of the kit. As with the rest of them, 250 gram reverse printed with a pale backing sheet or something similar. And we've got a fruit basket, and we've also got this knife here. You've got this piece here, put that to one side because that's for the next page. Your fruit basket, quite simply, folds in half, and we're going to use this lovely trick of making a slice in here so that our fruit will fit in the basket. So follow the curve round just on one side of the basket, not to the edge. Give yourself a little margin. And then we're going to glue the entire top, everything above that cut can get glued, and then we're going to do a seam around the edge as Storm Kathleen wages war on the outside. Right, so that's that. Put that to one side. We've got a knife here. It's a bit tricky to do on my folder, so I'll do this by hand. Line up my pieces. Line up my pieces. And fold those in half, and I'm just going to glue that down. That's just a little bit of whimsy to pop in there if you want to. If you don't want to include it because you don't want to play with knives, then don't. So that's all getting glued. That can go tacky. This piece here, which should be tacky by now, can you really look? We can now glue down. I'll get rid of my little white bits. There, that looks so cute. And then on the side that's got the cut in it, we've now got oh my goodness, we've got a fruit basket. It's great. It's really, really good. I love that. So you've got a banana journaling card, an apple journaling card, a peach and a pear in your little fruit basket. There we go. It's worked really well. It's lovely. Oh, the knife. Let's glue the knife together. And let's get a bit of glue over my edges here. Don't quite know where we can put this. Oh, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah. There we go. That's the knife. I haven't folded that very well, have I? Fiddly little thing to fold. There we go. That'll go nice and stiff once it's glued down, once the glue's dried properly. Right, I think we're on to our last page, guys. And here it is. Here's the last page. Again, reverse printed with a pale backing sheet. We've got some scoring to do down the middle of this rather delightful wine box. And we've got a score to do down the middle of our bottle of wine here. We've got a score on this little butter lid, and we've got a score on the top of our wine box. That's a fiddle to get in there. And we've also got this piece that we saved from the previous page. That's the back of our butter. Let's deal with the wine box. So the wine box is our cute trick of making the slit in the top of this piece, not going right to the edge, but you can see where the edge of the box joins the back of the box. So a nice straight line across those two pieces there. This then folds in half, like that. If you want to, you can, oh, I haven't folded that very well either, have I? If you want to, you can glue this piece together so you've got just a little bit of whimsy, or you can have it as an opening journaling card. And like I say, the focus on this does seem to be a lot of journaling space, so your wine bottle fits in there like that. That's good. The lid needs to glue on like this, so onto this section here. I'll just bring it down, check it's in the right place. Yeah. And this piece, the same with the others with the slits, you can glue down everything that's above the slit, so that little section there, and then you're forming a pocket just with a seam of glue around this edge here. There. I'll let that go tacky, and let's have a look at the butter dish. Now I've just had an idea for the butter dish that wasn't intended, but I'm going to go for it. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a slice for the knife. Now where do I want the knife to go? I'm going to cut a little bit around this edge here. I'm going to come around, and I'm going to come, I might as well come pretty much all the way, why not? Doesn't matter, I don't think it matters. And then I can pop my pop my knife in the butter. There we go. Right, yes, same again. We've got this little foldy tab to fold under and pop some glue on. That can then sandwich between these two pieces. That was a butter pun, I think, the sandwich. So stick that on, and whilst you've still got a bit of wiggle room, line those up like that. Check that it all fits, and it absolutely does beautifully. Looks good. Right, now we've got this situation, haven't we, here? We've got a pocket situation. So everything above, not quite sure if we want to go up to the edge. I'm going to just go straight up here like this with my glue, and then I'm going to go around the edges to make a pocket that I didn't intend. The butter was only ever going to be a little bit of stuck together whimsy. There we go. This piece can then stick down on here. I love that. You wouldn't know the problems I have getting that piece of butter to fit in the butter dish. There we go, that's a me problem. And then my butter butter knife. My knife fits in my butter, folks. There we go, love that. I love that. Right, let's put that to one side to dry. Come back to the wine box, which is our finale. And glue this together. And we've got our bottle of wine tag that will then go down in here. It will go down in here. There we go, and we can close the lid on that, and we've got our beautiful, beautiful wine box, perfect for a gourmet hamper. There we are, we're done. I'm going to pack everything in this box, in the hamper, and then we're going to come and we're going to have a look at it. I think we deserve it, don't you? So I've packed everything away in the hamper, and my last little thing to do is pop my self-adhesive magnets on. I get quite a lot of questions about my magnets. Mine are 9.5 millimeters by 0.75 centimeters, and I love self-adhesive magnets. If you're using self-adhesive magnets, you need to make sure you get both north and south polarity, as you can't flip them because the adhesive is on one side. So pack up your case, get everything lining up as neatly as you can, and then press it down, give that adhesive a couple of seconds to work, and then very gently open your case. There we go. That's it. The Foodie hamper is complete. It looks great. It looks really, really good. Better than I actually thought it was going to be. So let's have a look. Open our very satisfying magnetic closure. And we've got all of this stuff. We've got the fruit journaling tags in their little basket. They look wonderful. We've got the butter with the knife inside there like that. Love that. And we've got our, I forgot about this one. We've got our little notebook. Yours won't have that piece of tape on it, obviously. We've got our lovely little finest tea notebook. And then we have our cheese board. And inside our cheese board, we have our little cheese note cards. And they've got writing space inside. There are 3 cheeses in there. And we've got our, oh yeah, the crackers. I've left mine open, so I've got this big writing space. And of course, each of our crackers is a little journaling card as well. And they go with our cheese board, clearly, and the butter. And we've got our box of chocolates that's got the hidden journaling card inside. That's a lovely box of chocolates. Like that a lot. There we are. And we've got our little herb envelope with 5 gourmet herb journaling cards. They fit in there just nice. And we've got our baguette with the smaller baguette in the little pocket on the reverse. And that's a very nice little journaling tag with a pocket. Then we've got our jar of jam, which when we take the lid off the jar of jam, we've opened it up and we've got this writing space here. So that's that one. And that sits very, very nicely in there. That's lovely. Oh, and we've got these, haven't we? Of course we have. I'm delighted with this little invention. We've got our fortune cookies and we can open them up, and inside you've got space there to write your little whatever, your little fortunes. And it's the fortunes themselves that keeps the cookie together like that. They work really, really well, really well. And you've got room for some more cookies in there if you want to make some more. And we've got, oh my gosh, yeah, look at this. We've got the sushi. I've got mine tucking into a little slit at the bottom of the pocket. And inside, inside the box of sushi, we've got sushi tags. Great, great, great. And then finally, the one we've just done is the wine bottle, which is a little journaling card there, like that. That's it. That's the Foodie hamper complete. I hope you have enjoyed that. I've had great fun with it. Like I say, it's turned out so much better than I originally anticipated. I love it. Have great fun, and I will see you soon.